Let's talk about my crochet process for the twist Swancho. Hello everyone, Rochelle here, and I'm back to share some yarn goodness with you all today. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the twist Swancho designed by Ashleigh Kiser of Sorella. So let's jump right in. Now, this is a free pattern and it calls for worsted weight yarn, and the project is available on her blog, so you can definitely check that out. Okay, so let's talk about the pattern here. Now, the sizes range from extra small to 3XL. So don't let the 3XL stop you because the measurements are done by your shoulder width. So the bust circumference isn't listed, but the pattern goes from your shoulder to shoulder measurements. And I crocheted the size large. And for reference, I have a 50-inch bust circumference. So I crocheted the size large, and that has a dimension of 21 inches by 32 inches for the back panel. And for the front panel, it has a 22-inch by 51-inch front panel. And that's because the front panel needs to be a little bit larger because you have to twist it. So ease is not listed, but it is meant to be oversized. I have a ton of room and it fits me just fine. So keep that in mind. Okay, so the yarn that I am using is Brava worsted weight. Yeah, and this is by Knit Picks, and it is 218 yards, 100 grams each. So yes, I love this yarn, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the yarn later on, but it is 100% premium acrylic. It is machine washable, and it is distributed by Knit Picks and We Crochet. And this is in the colorway Dublin. So this is beautiful. I love it. All right. So the hook size that I use for this garment is an I US 9 or a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. And that is one of my favorite crochet hook sizes. So I was really happy to get to use it. So I absolutely love that. And as I mentioned, you have the front panel and the back panel, and it's a really easy crochet pattern. You only need to do like a few techniques or know how to do a few techniques. And so you need to know how to do the double crochet, back loop only, chain stitch, slip stitch, and the mattress stitch. So I would say the only downside of this pattern is that it is crocheted in pieces. And so because of that, you're not really able to try it on as you go. So what I did was, as I was crocheting the panels, I would just kind of hold it up against my body to just kind of see where it was fitting, and I made adjustments as I went. I originally wanted to do the extra large size, but I read a lot of the comments from other people on Ravelry that had made it, and a lot of them mentioned that the project just turned out way too big. So I crocheted to the large size. I kind of put it around me, and I was like, okay, this is enough. Okay, if I make this thing any bigger, it is going to be way too large, and I will be swimming in it. So I decided to stop at the large, and I'm so glad that I did because the fit is wonderful. I am quite proud of myself. So yes, and also, as I mentioned, it had to be seamed. So I wanted to share the numbers of my particular project, and getting the measurements to be just right for the seaming was a little bit tricky, but thank goodness for stitch markers, y'all, because if it wasn't for stitch markers, my measurements would be so off. So they were really helpful. Now for the shoulders, I mattress stitched 12 inches from each shoulder edge to create the neckline. And I left a 12-inch opening from the shoulder to form the armholes. And then I mattress stitched the rest. So from the shoulder to the armhole is 12 inches. And then the rest, I just mattress stitched or seamed all the way down. And my total measurement from the shoulder all the way to the bottom of the garment is 28.5 inches. And keeping those numbers in mind was really, really important while making this, because sometimes when you're doing the mattress stitch and you finish and you have to like pull the ends so that the fabric kind of fuse together, sometimes you can lose your measurements. So I knew in my head that I wanted to keep like the armholes around 12 inches and the shoulders around 12 inches so I would have a nice neckline. And so, you know, keeping those measurements definitely helped me so that I wouldn't have like a 13-inch armhole and a 16-inch armhole, you know, or have like the shoulder size be really off. And so that was really helpful. And so just as a tip, if you are doing the mattress seam on a crochet garment, make sure you measure along the way, and that'll ensure that your project is even on all sides. So yeah, that's just a little something that I did that was really useful for me. Okay, y'all, I wet blocked this. Yes, I wet blocked this wonderful project, and I threw it in the dryer because this is acrylic yarn. It is dryer friendly. So what I did is I submerged it in water. I let it sit for about 15-30 minutes, something like that. Let it get really good and saturated. And then I towel dried it. And after that, because I wanted to get as much water out as I possibly could. And then after that, I put it in the dryer, and it took about 45 minutes to dry. And every 20 minutes or so, I'd go, you know, I'd check and see, make sure it was still good. And yeah, it turned out really well. After blocking, it didn't get any bigger. It didn't grow, anything like that. But y'all, the fit was even better. I liked the way it fit before the blocking, but after blocking, oh my gosh, it feels so good on my skin. Like the fabric just softened up. I mean, it was soft beforehand, but it just like the drape of this Swancho just feels absolutely amazing. And that was all due to blocking. I mean, it just lays so wonderfully and it just feels so good. It really, really does. Even to be made of worsted weight yarn, it feels really light. And I can say that before blocking, it did feel a little heavy. But after blocking, it just feels so light, and I just love it. I really do love it, and I have no complaints. I would recommend this yarn, and I would recommend the pattern. I think the biggest thing to keep in mind is, so these panels are crocheted, you're going by the vertical length. And so it helps to just kind of try it on around your body as you go. I wouldn't necessarily just go straight by the measurements, you know, oh, I'm going to do a 2XL and you do a 2XL and you don't measure yourself, because it might end up being too big. So just kind of measure along the way, which really helped me because I had planned on doing an XL size and I ended up doing a large size and it fits perfectly. I typically am not a size large when it comes to whether it's knitting or crochet patterns. I'm usually more like an XL, 2XL, but look, it fits just fine. So definitely pro tip, try it on along the way. I know it's difficult because it's seamed, but if you can just kind of try it on, kind of put it over your body as you work, and it'll work out really well for you. So yes, I love the fit. I love the design, and this pattern is just amazing.
Ooh, yeah, yeah. Honey bunny, why are you walking away? Baby, lost your tongue somewhere, don't know what to say. Stop and run around, oh, you act like a kid. I am not your mama, just admit what you did. I got enough to do, then hang around and wait.
Let me know if you have crocheted the twist Swancho or you want to crochet the twist Swancho. I will leave my Ravelry down below so you can look at my notes, and also I will leave the link to this pattern as well. And also don't forget that Trish of Tie Dye Diva and we are doing the Year of the Sweater make along, and I'm going to try to sneak this one in there. I know I keep saying it, but I kind of feel like this could be a sweater. No? Well, okay, it's a Swancho, okay? Which means it's a sweater plus a poncho. That makes a Swancho. So I think I can sneak it into this make along. Yeah, I'm going to do that. But anyway, yeah, so if you are participating in the make along, thank you so much. We're having a blast on Ravelry. Trish is doing a great job running that side. And then we're having fun on Instagram. Make sure you tag me, as well as use the hashtag Year of the Sweater make along. All right, y'all. Let me know what you worked on while watching, or did you just chill, walk the dog, relax, do the dishes, whatever. Let me know. I love reading you all's comments. And if you would like bonus vlogs, an invite to our Facebook community page, which is a private page, or if you want access to private community tab posts, definitely click that join button below. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, it's been so wonderful talking with you all. Definitely let me know if you decide to make this and what yarn you're thinking about using. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.